Today in the post-match interview, he is treating the hero as just another unit so he can lose it, and sometimes it's even an advantage for him. I would advise him to take a little bit of a better care about that, but who am I to give advice to Fly? Guagua opening with just an altar, just a burrow, and a shop, no barracks.
Alright, so instant Blade Master harass it is. Go for salves early on, run across the map, maybe steal an item or two. Maybe go for some burrow cancels if you're ambitious. I think I know a caster out there, though, who doesn't like this barracks being skipped.
I haven't seen it play too successfully, gotta admit that. Especially from Fly's side. When he was up against Infi, he tried to skip barracks and make this work, but it failed. But Guagua is, like, the name is a little similar, but he's no Lin. So maybe this works now. Maybe Fly strategies work out better. Or maybe Guagua has a nice timing to make this work against Fly. Is he trying to speed scroll over? I mean, there's not really too much to creep for Fly in the beginning, right? What can you really steal? He's not going to be going for the Tuscars. But okay. Heal self, clarity, speed scroll. Let's go.
Yeah, won't pop it early here. I think even if you do, it's very likely the opponent is creeping the claws, and for that you would be too late. It's far away. It's a pretty easy camp. Will be killed off quickly. So he's going to go for the circlet. Might be looking for perhaps the slippers from the Murloc. That works out if Fly is creeping the whole camp, which
he does.
He's doing.
Okay. Both on the way to tier 2. He's not skipping the barracks entirely, Guagua, but goes for it now. And you were right. He's going for the burrows, but Fly with the peon blocking it, buys himself a second. And with that, the Blade Master is here. But the damage of Guagua is enough, and that's a cancel.
Very late cancel here. Does cost quite a few resources, but he can make the burrow again. So, burrow cancelled is annoying, but it really becomes painful when this gets cancelled over and over, and you never get up to the 2 or 3 grunts, ideally, that you want to have on the tier 2 stage. Nice block. So, if Guagua wants to go in here, he has to use another Windwalk, cutting more into his mana. And it's important here for Fly to protect his economy now, to protect his burrows. But it seems like Fly has definitely enough experience against this style. This burrow now will be finishing. Fly knows it's healthy enough already. Moves out now on the map. And this opening, I mean, he got the first burrow cancel, yes, but is that enough?
It's definitely first a good sign. If you go into the match as the underdog, you want to and get something done. If your game plan works out to a degree, that's a good sign that can give you some stability, so the rest of the match is a little easier and you're not too nervous, not too cautious. The things you were working out in your head are working on the map so far as well. If that's enough, we're gonna see in the progress of this game. Guagua's trying to find Fly, and there he is. But man, this inventory is pretty good. Claws, circlet, a little bit of HP as well. This dice show is looking good already.
Flash Eater there also to be claimed, but yeah, Fly still doesn't have Windwalk starting off with the crit, so getting that last hit is almost impossible against the enemy's Windwalk, but Fly wants to keep on trading over here with the crit. Does certainly have decent damage. We're gonna have 2 grunts out at pretty much the same time, almost. Question is, when do we have the second heroes coming? With the Shadow Hunter coming out and Hex, there's going to be a lot of map control potential for the player who gets it first, and I guess that is one big upside of this build, as Guagua is going to reach his second hero here much sooner.
There is a Torrent Totem for Guagua. There's no Bestiary yet. He has the resources, but this looks like a tier 3 tech. Here we go. Rushing tier 3 without raiders. He's known as the raider player, the base lane player. But apparently in this Orc Mirror matchup, he's going Torrent.
Yeah, on Northern Isles we see tier 3 more than anywhere else, but usually it is with a Bestiary as well, but the build here a little bit special from Guagua. This is not a complete novelty. This skipped Bestiary build has been played quite a bit in the past, and then you go walkers into torrents, triple hero, and the idea of catch is going to be the orb of lightning later on. This can be very strong at the late stages, around 50 supply, but if you get pressured by an opponent who is investing heavily on tier 2, this is also a little bit dangerous. We'll see if it works out. Man, that's some bold creeping over here by Fly. He gets the camp in the middle. Belt. Another bad item for him. Honestly, quite a few bad items with the ring and the gauntlets and the belt, but it's certainly still a lot of gold and a good amount of experience.
Oh,
and Guagua sees what a cheeky thing was done by his opponent.
Exactly, but here's the Hex, both in Windwalk. Fly around the forest. He was revealed, but now Guagua is losing track of him. The inventory for Fly isn't too bad, I would say. Claws, slippers, circlet, that's kind of decent. Of course, he didn't win the tombola at every camp, but he shouldn't complain, I guess. Radar Walker coming for Fly. The great thing for Walker Tauren on this map is there are 2 chances for the cut gas pipe plus the marketplace. And Walkers on Master with the cut gas pipe is endless revive.
In an ideal world, yes, but it's also going to need a lot of Spurling, a lot of Disenchant. And yeah, we'll see how it works out. If, of course, if the tier 3 player has all his freedom to get up to 70 supply or something with all his upgrades, he's going to get far ahead. But I imagine Fly will be looking to put on the screws faster. Creeps up more, gets the heal awards, which is always wonderful to have as Orc. But here comes the creep jack now from the player trying to go to tier 3. He's the first one with the Walker, while Fly's still waiting for the end snare. Hex is coming through, but a good speed scroll here as well. Keeping this Walker count high is very important.
Okay, disengaging. Now that Fly has ensnared, Guagua knows that was maybe the last time he could engage into this army. Otherwise, there's just way too much control on Fly's side. Level 2 Shadowhunter Fly is getting both of these spots. There's Devotion Aura in the marketplace. That could be helpful down the road. Another raider was hexed, and now we have arrived at tier 3. What's the list of priorities here? He followed it up with a beastery by now. So Kodo first. He got an orb already. But what's the plan? Master upgrade? Kodo upgrade? Tiny Great Hall? Tauren? Pulverize? What does he have to go first?
I would have liked to see a TC start leveling him as well, but I suppose he also needs levels on his first 2 heroes. TC would be the greedy option, I guess. Can work out very well later, but the strategy perhaps greedy enough already. But then again, usually a big reason to go tier 3 is to add in that triple hero. But still, Guagua has to play a little careful, a little afraid. He certainly lost map control because of his tech. And this is something we don't see every day. The Magnetor being pulled out way far. Easy snipe here for Fly. Big item to be found. Helm of Valor. This is a pretty good item for the Blade Master. Definitely strong. Not the craziest he could have found, but good. And now he's got really nice damage on his first hero. Fly looking really strong right now. But also the longer it goes, the stronger Guagua becomes. But Guagua is looking to be aggressive right now with only 38 supply. And gets an enemy at 50.
Seems a little ill-advised. I'm not too sure if that's the right thing to do. Both of Kodo, Blade Master for Fly, already critting for 200 with crit level 2 and all this agility on him. I don't know, man. Guagua, you should have waited a little longer, maybe. The Purge is nice. 1 Kodo's already down. There was Guagua's Flies is about to follow. Both Shadowhunters level 2. But, oh boy. This is looking good for Fly.
Yeah, that is a very weird attack. Oh, kills off 1 more raider. Okay. Another grunt here is also going to be going down. Guagua back to 40 supply. Fly pretty much at 50. He didn't have his powerful levels yet. He didn't have even a TC, not a Tauren, no master training. Weird time to take a fight. Maybe he thought he couldn't just walk away and keep on creeping in the north. Maybe he thought this would cost him too much time. And he had to force the opponent back from that position. But, well, that didn't work out. Oh my god, this Blade Master, by the way. It keeps on happening on Northern Isles, doesn't it?
Ha ha ha! Claw plus 9. Oh yeah, we're at 28 and there's no Kodo involved. There we go. Plus 38 damage. Remo, we are getting into 400 crit territory again.
Does he have Kodo Aura queued? Hell yeah, he does.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be even more. Oh, 400. Will we get the 400? It seems like it's gonna be destiny this week. Lin was close, and now Fly is following it up.
Now, first Guagua has to stay alive until this Blade Master hits level 5, and that's I'm kind of worried about that. Not sure he's going to be able to.
Give me a club.
At least
12
now he has the
come on.
TC though.
Oh, Fly with a ward, gets a lot of vision to the right-hand side. I like it. Oh, the Shadow Hunter block last second. Real good. Warsong Battle Drums. Alright, he got that. He can sell that. Otherwise, it would have been a good item. There's... Okay, 2 claws now for Guagua as well.
Agitome, important.
Yeah, more damage. We're at 96 max damage. Let him crit!
96.
Here comes the storm. But I guess this is a very, very one-sided affair. 255 on level 2. Unbelievable.
Happy the other day asked for Blade Master crit nerf, and you know, in some scenarios it can be very strong. This is certainly one of those games. 261. Yeah, that triple hero for Guagua not working out too well just yet. He just doesn't have the levels, doesn't have the mana, doesn't...
Jesus.
Oh my Jesus Christ!
There was a max, almost a max roll with a 270. Yeah, I mean, this Blade Master could win this alone. There's absolutely no chance.
Look at these right clicks, like not even a crit, like just the right clicks. That's a 6.6 armor hero, and now he's dead. And that's GG.
Absolutely no chance. Get critted to pieces. Fly takes map number 1.
And this feels like personally what I expected. Fly to come back out swinging here in this rematch and be a lot better prepared than last time. Just to try and play standards, try and use his micro, his game sense, and his item luck and inventory apparently, because that Blade Master was an absolute beast.
Yeah. Also, Guagua. Again, skip barracks. Doesn't work. But there were other mistakes there. Timings, for sure. If you take the tier 3, you really want all the upgrades and then fight. He walked into an end snare timing by Fly. Was all a little weird. We give him some time to fix the issues and then hopefully a more competitive map too. Map number 2, Fly is one map away from the quarterfinals. Guagua definitely has to step up his game. It doesn't seem to be his best day today. Our next map is Concealed. Might that change some things?
We saw quite a bit of Farseer play here recently. Farseer, a hero who was mostly considered very useless in Orc Mirror because of how much he gets countered later on by walkers, is finding more and more play indeed, even among the top ranks. It was Lin defeating Fly here in WCG just a few days ago. The downside of that hero is always you don't have Shadowhunter, you don't have healing. That can become a big problem, but the nice thing on Concealed is we have health fountains, and perhaps that is a way to mitigate that weakness. So is that something that Guagua should look towards? Perhaps, because in Standard versus Standard, he just got his behind handed to it.
We saw that Fly on Conceal here has great game sense. He knows very well about unit movement, and yeah, that move of catching the grunt at the fountain against focus, if you remember that, it's a good indicator of how good he is on that map in general and in mirror.
Yeah, it's definitely not going to be easy for the underdog here. Our dream quarterfinal of Guagua versus Yangi. We might have to postpone that. But Fly, of course, belongs in the top 8, especially with his WCG performance that is absolutely stand out recently. We have a little bit of an issue here in the lobby. Remo's once again a little slow.
I'm coming, bro. Don't worry.
I know. There he is. And the game starts. And with that, we load in Concealed Hill. Fountains for orcs. That's the dream. Big red spot in the middle. Is it going to be a skip barracks again? This is the losing build to me. Do we have hopes for the TC Headhunters? Many possibilities in Orc Mirror these days, especially with Fly and Guagua involved. Very cool to see that it's not only Blade Master, Shadowhunter, Raider, Walker, Kodo anymore, but some variety here and there. Is it going to be the case on Concealed? Let's see. Guagua fighting for survival in the upper right in the red. No TC Headhunter. I think it's fair to say that we don't see that. But will it be Farseers? Here on this map, we see a lot of them. What's the reason for that, Remo?
Big problem of Farseer is you're never going to have healing. You have to play the TC second. If you play Shadowhunter, you just have not enough aggressive potential within your heroes. So, yeah, healing is going to be missing. And on this map, the fountains, in theory, hopefully, can make up for it. Is that what we're going to be seeing now from Guagua? I think pretty sure this should be a Blade Master by Fly, which it is. And it is the Farseer, the new flavor of the month in Orc Mirror on some maps, but specifically on this map. Another reason why Farseer is seeing play here is that this map really isn't the best for stacking up Blade Masters. There's one clause you can find right outside your main. If you're lucky, maybe you find Slippers, but that's it for clause camps, at least the small ones. If you're lucky, perhaps you can find one at the natural gold mine or in the middle with a +12, but in general, not easy to stack up the blade over here. There's a lot of consumables on this map, quite a few tomes as well, but not those beautiful +40 green damage numbers.
Yeah, how sad, especially against a Farseer, right? He could have critted him in, like, with 2 crits, the Farseer would have died in the last game. This is not going to be the case here. Farseer, a little more map presence, starting off with the green creep just for the item. Same goes for the Blade Master with a shop right next to it. Interesting build.
That was crazy, wasn't it? Level 2 crit for 279.
Yeah.
272, I mean.
Yeah, I think the max roll would have been 279 or something, 278. Not 100% sure, but he was really close to that max roll.
That's an ouchie, bro. That feels real ouchie. So, Blade Master here running across the map. We've seen that before. Expecting a creep at the green, I was about to say, but actually Fly is going into the main base, sees the 2 burrow, but so actually there's nothing he can do here. So a bit of a misread by Fly. He popped the speed scroll in hopes to do some damage here, either into the main or against the creeping, and he just runs into, well, nowhere. And since the Farseer being annoying, summons the wolves. Very surprised he still sets up the burrow. This is, of course, intentional by Fly. He wants to lure the wolves in to take them out quickly, but they can be resummoned still. A lot of mana remaining on this Farseer, and the Blade Master has to make his way back across the map. Not the most efficient Blade Master time usage here early on. But yeah, I guess at least he's keeping his main base safe as much as he can. But this is a severe delay on that second burrow. That's going to slow down grunt production quite a bit.
Yeah, there was a good timing for Guagua. A little bit reminiscent of Northern Isles, but he can't really lose the grunt early. Oh no, the Blade Master caught him while taking a bath at the fountain and punishing him for that. No relaxation allowed on Concealed Hill. We play Ring Around the Wolves or something. Good block, maybe. Good sidestep by Fly as well. Both movements here are decent. That one, he got himself stuck a little. And that is the revenge kill. And that's level 2 for the Farseer.
Yeah, that's great for Guagua. It's a 1-for-1 trade, but only Guagua gets the experience. And also, with the Wolves, you would prefer to have the supply numbers closer together. That's when Wolves have more impact before the armies get really big. So any kind of damage here and kills found early should be very good for Guagua indeed. And if he takes out the shop, which he certainly will, Fly is starting to be in more and more trouble.
Okay, this is a way better early game for the underdog. This is how I want to see this. Blade Master has good damage, but nothing too crazy. Feels forced to creep the crap away, getting a Tome of Intelligence. Not really amazing for him, of course. Fly feels forced into a War Mill. And again, the timing is pretty good because Fly can't set up a Beastery or a Lodge.
I like that the Blade Master is creeping at least. He realizes he himself with only a grunt can't do much back at home. But man, that's it for army right now for Fly. 1 Blade Master and 1 grunt. Rough early game.
Wait, there's
Quite the
reveal.
supply lead.
He's dead.
Blade Master!
Classic.
Dude.
No. Reveal.
What?
Oh, yeah. Classic Fly.
What?
Yep. Here we go. You wouldn't think we would get a Fly game without losing a Blade Master unnecessarily, do you?
What was he doing there, though? He sees
Still-
the Farseer coming in, and then he fights him for a good 5 seconds without getting anything.
And now
And then
the
he
Shadow
wind
Hunter
walks.
is- the Shadowhunter is occupying the alt, so he can't get it back immediately. He can't do anything.
That was so weird.
I'm kind of fascinated that you're still so baffled that this is happening. I mean, we see Fly for 12 or 13, 14 years, and it's just once every series at least that this is happening.
Well, that's not true. He's also played plenty where they didn't die, but it's a meme, certainly. But that was so strange. Like, where was he even looking? Was he looking there? I think he was microing it. Like, he's so much better than that. But I really
Feeding the
don't get it.
meme. Just like in the match against Focus at the Fountain, where it was also very unnecessary. That's a
Yeah,
level
there
3
he was
person.
creating a lot of space at least, and it was somewhat understandable. He was hoping he would get out of sentry range. There was some good logical reasons behind him staying there at least. Of course, he overextended a little bit, but it made sort of sense. But in that case, I don't think there was much sense. But, oh well. It happens sometimes in Fly games. More than just sometimes, in fact. So now we have the power spike for Guagua drawing closer and closer. He's got the level 3 on the Farseer, the level 2 on the Wolves, getting a level 3 TC on top, and a heal scroll, and then he's going to be really strong. And for Fly to get ready for that attack, it's going to be not so easy.
Again, the Shadowhunter with a Serpent Ward build. We've seen this before. For creeping, it's amazing. It's great damage. But Guagua has all the time in the world.
Taking a lot of damage from this camp. Imagine a creep jag right here, dude. That would be instant TG, probably.
Crystal Ball, not the greatest. Blade Master. Where is he? Ah, there with the army. Okay. No Raiders yet. Oh, this is a horrible, horrible game for Fly so far. Raiders are coming for Guagua. Raider Walker tier 2 build for him. Pretty standard. His levels are getting great. Very tanky TC. dealing a little bit of damage with the Farseer here. Mana is looking a little dire, though.
Very surprised he didn't go for a heal scroll. Could have definitely grabbed one up there at his own shop, but now pushing into the orc main of his opponents. And yeah, with normal damage and siege damage, that shop falls very, very quickly. How badly does Fly need a shop right now? Not so badly. He's full HP pretty much everywhere. He's got that one heal scroll. So off we go. 12 supply behind is Fly.
Yeah.
But he's gonna try his best.
The early push on Northern Isles was a little weak, but this one here is super strong. Guagua knows. Doesn't take care of this one Serpent Ward, but one Serpent Ward might just be... Okay, yeah, this is another Blade Master kill. Is it? Windwalk out! Reveal again, but no Chain Lightning available at the moment. Whew, now he needs a shop, right?
Adept training finally finished. Needs to use it against the wolves. One. And... only one. Saves the next one for the next summoning of the wolves. The burrow is helping. Reinforced defense is finished. Shadowrunner gets level 3.
Oh, wow.
Fly, does he turn it around right now? Is looking better kind of now.
He's
More
still
wolves
there.
coming in. Instantly split against the disenchant. Doing a good job. Fly's army is still very small though, and in comes the Kodo Beast. But here now we see the weakness of the strategy for Guagua. He has no heal wave and didn't go for that heal scroll.
Yeah, exactly. Lots of units about to die. I guess he has to speed scroll out of there soon. Fly with a miraculous hold. Almost losing the blade, but he was taking so much damage that now backfire. Oh my god. He's doing it, isn't he? End snare, TC, TP.
Whew.
That could have been worse for Guagua. But my god, that was one bad fight.
If he just has one heal scroll there, that would look so much stronger, but decided not to go for it before, quite surprisingly. But still a big army here for Guagua. He's healing up nicely now everywhere with the heal cells. Maybe he can take a bath in the fountain again. And he's gonna get level 3 TC here any second. That's of course a big level up. We see it right now. Fly has the 3/3 heroes on his side. That's kind of a plateau that he's gonna be stuck at for quite some time, especially considering he has level 2 crit already. But he can still find strong items. Big mana potion. The dream is not found. It's a big invul, which can be helpful on the Blade Master, though. He can be somewhat reckless now with the positioning, draw fire onto himself.
Yeah, for once,
usually,
Fly can be reckless with his Blade Master, right?
That'll be something new, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Got a heal scroll now. Maybe it is working out a little better. Everything is green again, not only the orc skin, but also the HP bars. And Fly is moving out, sees the wolf, though. Good indicator of what's happening. Guagua a little pit stop, sees the orc army, wants to interfere in the red spot creep, but both are moving away from it. This could just be a next brawl, this time not as close to Fly's base as the one before.
Alright, ensnares, holding on to them for now. Ensnares the grunt, not the Kodo Beast, but guess what Fly's doing? Going for the Kodo right away. That one was hurt already! Instant snipe! And that's what happens if you don't have heal wave. There's one heal scroll this time by Guagua. I wonder when he's going to use it. Kodo Beast now getting focused. Speed scroll as well to reposition here for Fly. The Shadowrunner has so much mana, by the way. Here comes one heal wave. But one Kodo Beast seems to be going down. But Fly has 2 here, remember. So he's got to back up in case. Level 4 for the Farseer. He has level 2 Chain Lightning right now. Is he going to use it right away? No. The next Kodo Beast here getting focused right after. But the Spiritlink's always so fast to protect the Kodo. Disenchant's coming in, getting rid of the Spirit But the army for Fly seems just so much bigger now. These walkers are not falling. Some Kodo Beasts are going down, maybe some grunts, but the walkers are actually doing a lot of heavy lifting for Fly as he finds another kill, takes out that raider with that ensnare out of the mix. Fly still has ensnares, going for more kills. Speed scroll not good enough to save that grunt. That's more experience and level 4 for the Blade Master.
Deep trouble for Guagua. Fly just rock solid in every fight. He's making the right decisions. That snipe on the Kodo, OMG, was that sick? So much damage onto that support unit. And if you fight against Kodos and you don't have Kodos, you're automatically 10% down. And these 10% you're not allowed to give to Fly. Going for the red spot now. He has all the time in the world. Not willing to close out this game with these advantages he gets, but just get further and further and further ahead.
I think it was a pretty impressive game by Fly. Ooh, Cloak of Flamerinos. Oh, that Blade Master is starting to look real scary. And this was a tough early for Fly, but man, his class is really shining through here in the late stages. As so often, you know, the veterans, they get challenged early. Maybe they're a little careless in the early stages, and these challengers get into a good position early on. But in the late stages, then, when it's all down to the execution, this is where these legends oftentimes shine. Very impressed here with Fly. I have been for the better part of this year. And now Fly once again underlines how good he is, and wants to prove to all of us that that upper bracket match was just a bit of a fluke.
Yeah, true. Also, very entertaining games, right? Especially the Fire Lord game yesterday. Fly, just a gem to have in the scene. 156 critical strikes. Heal Wave is saving his butt over and over. Then Guagua's trying to get out. Oh, the Code of Falls last second. This is heartbreaking for Guagua. And that's it. GG, he's dead.
Heartbreaking for Guagua and heartbreaking for his fans, Neo. Condolences, but he played a pretty good tournament.